Now, I thought you might just be intrigued by those numbers.
Yeah,
Because you don't
definitely.
normally hear about the real estate department issues.
The
But,
last time that I heard a statistic, it was 16,000. Obviously, I have old stats.
Yeah, we've updated you today.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I keep statistics from an agent of mine that weekly sends me what's happening in single-family only homes.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't keep track of the townhouses, the condos, the patio homes.
Gotcha.
But currently, right now, we have on the market 13,810 of those.
Okay.
That's basically a 2-month supply.
How many are there in Arizona? Do we know that statistic?
We don't have, this is just the valley, this is the Arnold
Oh, or I
region.
should say, and
Yeah.
how many would be in the Phoenix area? How many homes?
Well, I've got another statistic I'll give you in a minute to show you exactly, including the townhomes.
Oh,
and
okay,
everything.
very good.
And in the single family, that's a 2-month supply, but intriguingly enough, there's 8,528 that are in pending, ready to close
Wow.
there in some phase of escrow. And
It's
the
almost
others are in the
50%.
category that we call under contract taking backups. So
Oh.
they're in escrow also, but you could write an offer in case the first one falls out and
Gotcha.
do the backup concept. And there's 3,674 of those. So when you put those two numbers together, we have almost as many in escrow as we have available in the open market.
Wow.
Banks are getting better at accepting the short sales, so they're closing a little faster. We've had some go 8, 10, 12, 14 months, but
Oh.
now they're getting them done in about 3, maybe 4 months. So
Okay.
they've finally learned kind of how to do it. So that's really good. And
great.
Phoenix is 2,245. That's in the central Phoenix area here.
Mm-hmm.
On the west side, there's about 3,933 active listings, which is a little over a 2-month supply.
Mm-hmm.
The Northeast Valley up in Cave Creek, Carefree, there's lesser up there. There's right at 600 with 5-month supply. The East Valley runs real close to the West Valley in numbers. We have 3,690 available, and that's about a 2.5-month supply.
Okay.
Scottsdale puts theirs into 2 categories, no surprise, under $1 million, over $1 million.
Yeah.
And under $1 million, Kurt, they have 987 available, which is about a 3-month supply.
Okay.
And over $1 million, there's 563, so hurry, they're going fast. But there's a 13-month supply of $1 million and above properties.
Gotcha.
In the single-family homes, I'm always fascinated when I read this to my training classes and my new students, why I share with them that we have 832 between 50 and 100,000 single-family homes still available. It's a
Wow.
1-month supply.
Okay.
And believe it or not, there's 146 under 50,000 that are still available. And that's a 3-week supply.
Wow.
So those are the statistics I get from one of my agents who keeps me pretty well informed on the single family, and I always appreciate her doing that for me.
So if you're looking to buy and hold, there might be a couple of opportunities.
There's some opportunity. And then on Mondays at our company, we have a webinar for our agents, and also it's available at MyWest USA if any real estate people would like to click to it, or anybody from the public actually.
Mhm.
Just click on MyWest USA and hit webinar on Monday morning from 10 o'clock. It's an hour show. But we give the statistics here to show you that we have in the entire residential market 17,685 homes active.
Oh, okay.
A year ago, we had 17,274. So it's holding pretty much
It
like it
does.
did a year ago.
That's phenomenal.
And the year before that, we were down to about 6,000.
You know, I had this theory that when Arizona was leasing its capital building out and doing a few things that they, as we were tail spinning as a state, I thought people would move out of Arizona, but they didn't.
The Sun Belt works.
Yeah, it does.
That sun brings it down. We're a little cool today and yesterday, but
Yeah.
But
We have to
overall-
have a season for 2 days.
yeah, yeah.
Our spring and winter falls in about 2 days.
Some of the people in the Midwest say that they have summer that's 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cold and 2 days warm, and then it's back to the fall and the winter.
Absolutely. I was talking earlier today to a guy who played for the Chicago Bears who played football here when he was in college. And he decided when he was in college, even though he played pro football later, that he was going to move to Arizona after he retired.
Makes sense.
It's just a great place to be.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Now, here's some statistics that will intrigue you as well. In the lender-owned properties,
Mhm.
today there is 1,248 available, and a year ago there were 1,689 available.
Mhm.
So we've come down on the lender-owned properties.
Okay.
That's a dramatic change.
That is a dramatic change.
And the short sales were only at 999, and a year ago, this same week, we were at 2,061. So
Okay.
that's
So
cut
they're
in
moving
half.
their inventory.
They're moving the inventory. Also, one other curious thing, and I've had agents tell me this from time to time, it's kind of intriguing. The short sale people have moved out of short sale because prices have come up and they're no longer underwater and they're selling traditional.
Oh, interesting.
So they don't have to get the bank's approval. They've got enough equity now built up.
So they don't
because
have
of
to
the
short sell.
increase. They don't have to short sell.
That's good news for Arizona,
Yeah.
actually.
And the HUD sales are 159, and a year ago there were 88. So there's a few more of the government-acquired properties that are available here. And I've got just an overall statistic that might intrigue you. The highest record we ever had in closings was 2005, which was right at 104,000. That's through the multiple listing service. Last year in 2011, we barely went over 100,000, which is the second highest number of sales we've ever had in the history of 30 years with the MLS.
Wow.
So 2011 was the second highest ever, 2005 the highest ever. This last year that we just ended, 2012, fell 10,000 below that. So we are at a market equal to the 2002-2003 year.
That's
And it's
phenomenal.
about the 8th highest ever in the district.
I don't think anybody would have predicted that at 2005.
No, 2005, nobody saw it coming.
So don't give up on Arizona.
No, Arizona's coming back very strong.
Still underappreciated by about 15%. So there's still it's still a good place to invest. Also, don't get frustrated if you've saved up some money and then felt that it's time to buy a home. This might be the time to do that. We are being notified it is time for break again. So we're going to go to break. We're going to cover some more statistics when we come back, and then we're going to be talking about another angle on real estate that has to do with business brokering and commercial, which are sometimes we think of real estate being just individual homes, but we're going to talk about those two sides that West USA works with as well. So don't go away, and we'll learn about the other aspects of real estate when we come back. This is Kurt Wilhelm, your host on Voice America and Real Talk Radio, and we're joined by Dale Hillard from West USA Realty. We'll be right back.